Hello, Reza.
Hi.
Hi, it's lovely to see you today. I've heard a bit about you from your teachers and from the principal at school, and I know that you're having a bit of a tough time at the moment. And I'm happy that you're in here with me. I'm actually looking forward to talking to you, and I'm looking forward to hearing your story. And I want to hear about how you what you're feeling, how you're thinking, what has made do you think is the reason why you're sitting here in this office today with me?
Well, I don't trust them, my teachers, my classmates. I'll fight them if I have to. I'll show them I'm not weak. I try to stay away, but some of them won't leave me alone. Why can't they leave me alone? Some things they say, the look they give me makes me so mad. I can't sit still. I can't understand what the teacher is saying. Sometimes I think it's easier if I just stayed in Afghanistan and I can be a soldier. Maybe I can then help fix my country.
Yeah. I'm hearing you say that the first thing you said was you don't trust your teachers and you don't trust your classmates. Can you give me some examples of why you don't trust them?
Oh, some looks they give me.
Some looks they give you, okay.
Yeah, maybe it's because I come from a different country and speak a different language.
Okay.
I don't understand um, English great.
Okay, so you reckon it's because you don't you feel like they don't they don't understand what you're saying, or they don't listen to you properly, or yeah. So when you say that you want to fight them, did you want to elaborate that on it a little bit more?
Um, yeah, I don't know if I'd physically fight the teachers, but happy to stick up for myself when I need to.
Mm-hmm.
But for my classmates, I've gotten into plenty of fights already. Um,
Okay.
and I know that I have to come and see you because I'm about to be expelled. And my parents are worried about me, but it's the only thing I can think of to do to protect myself.
So the school doesn't want to expel you. I'm here to listen to you and I'm here to help you get through your school journey. I just want to let you know that I'm a safe space for you. I've read your story and you've been through an awful lot. Um, I just want to let you know, I think that you and your family are just incredibly brave for what you have gone through. You should be very, very proud of what you have achieved in your life so far. What you've gone through, there's not many people in the world who could go through that and survive, and you're here. And even though I know it's still really tough for you, um, I know it's still really tough for you, and I know that you and your classmates aren't getting along, and I know that it's hard for you to to get through the day sometimes. I just want to let you know that I'm here to work with you, and I really want to help you to thrive in this environment and to thrive here. And I want you to feel at home, and the school is here to help you. And it's my job now to listen to your story, to understand who you are, and to be here as a safe space to help you to release some of this trauma that you have experienced. Reading your story, Reza, I know that in the detention center, you went through a lot there. And if you want to share that story, you're more than welcome. But just I would just like to share a little bit of knowledge with you. when you experience what you experienced in the detention center, your body goes into fight or flight mode, and you went into fight mode. And I can see here from your notes that your body responded to the threats with a set of reflective survival behaviors. And when stress is activated in our bodies, our nervous system becomes overloaded and our reactions are hard to control. And you were in that detention center and you had to fight to survive. It's what your body is going through, and it's still going through that right now. So when you are fighting with your classmates like this, it's a very normal response for you to have. And I really understand that. And I am here now because I would really love to help you work through this trauma and work through this fight response and to bring your body back into a state where you can respond to your classmates who are treating you like this in a manner and in a behavior that actually works better for you. In saying that, how does that make, how is that making you feel when I say that to you? Would you like to do this with me?
I would. And yeah, thank you for explaining that. It was Afghanistan, obviously not a safe country. And I lived there for, was it 14 years? And then I come to Australia with my family for a happy life and spent 2 years in the detention centre where I was abused and saw my dad being abused, particularly when he was protecting my little sister from getting attacked. It's horrible. And I know my friend choices aren't the best. I know that they're violent too. But I wonder if maybe the people in my class that aren't violent, if they'll accept me.
Absolutely. So your teachers have told me that you get really good grades, that you're a really lovely student. They love to have you in the class. That your grades are just slowly sort of declining as of the last couple of months. But the reason why you're sort of coming here now is because they don't want to see it decline anymore. And they want to keep you in the classroom and they want to keep you working hard and trying to keep your grades up so you don't fail this year. Did you with your schoolwork, how do you think you're going with your schoolwork?
Well, I love math.
Yeah.
I've always loved math, and I think that's reflected in my grades. But
Yeah.
math is the same across the board. English I'm not doing too well with, but it could be the language barrier.
Absolutely, absolutely, which is again very normal. It's your second language. It's hard to do. I mean, I still I struggle with English and it's my first language. So to come and it's your second language and be thrown in where, everybody's here, your teachers are teaching you in English. That's hard for you to do, and you're doing great so far. So you should be proud of yourself for that. That's for sure. So your maths is great. Well done. Your English is you just got to work on that a little bit more. Yeah, and then I'd really like to work together on controlling behavior. So when you feel those feelings of anger or fear, you can understand what's happening within your body before you get into fights at school. Just want you to be able to control those emotions just a little bit more. I mean, your emotions are very normal. And I'd like to work with you to sort of to be able to do that together. What do you think about that? You reckon we could do that together? Yeah, yeah. Yeah, you've been through a lot, and it's hard for you. I understand that. Did you want to tell me, just so I can understand a bit more, give me an example of when you get into a fight with your classmates? What's happening in that situation?
Oh, might be lunchtime, and I'm sitting there by myself eating lunch. So might have chosen to eat next to the where they play basketball, and there's a group of guys playing, and sitting with a couple of friends, and the guys playing with the basketball, they then start looking over and like sniggering and still throwing the ball to each other, but yeah, I feel like they're laughing at me.
You think
And
they're laughing at you?
yeah,
And then what happens?
and I stand up, go over, ask them what their problem is. They might make a couple of remarks, call me a raghead, and I need to protect my name.
So you stand up and you go over to them and confront them and ask them,
Mm.
what are they laughing at?
Mm.
And then that leads to physical fight, or
Yeah.
most of the time physical fight. Okay. And the last time, how many other school kids was there?
4.
Okay. Okay. And before you go over there and ask them what's going on, why are they laughing at you? What's going on inside your body? How does it feel?
I just feel my body feels like it's tight,
Feels tight.
constricted,
Yeah.
and tingly
And
all
tingly.
over.
Okay.
My hands feel a bit clammy.
So you're getting a bit hot, are you? You feel a bit sweaty?
Yeah.
Sweaty,
Yeah.
tingly all over. If you were to describe that feeling as an animal, what animal would you describe it as?
The lion.
As a lion? Yeah. So we're going to, thinking the lion, you need to tame the lion, Reza, inside you. We need to tame that lion. I love that analogy. I think that's great. I think we can really work with that together. I think that will help us mentally visualize what we're doing. So when you start to feel those feelings again, when you look at the group of guys and maybe they look like they're laughing at you when they're playing their game, think of yourself as that lion. Think of yourself as that lion who's ready to just explode. And instead of exploding, you can be that lion who's going to protect themselves. They're going to look after themselves. They're going to look after their body because their family needs them. Their tribe needs them. Everyone around them needs this lion to not be explosive. That lion can sit there in some calm. And how we do that in that moment, if you try some deep breathing, if we do some deep breaths in, hold it for 3, and some deep breaths out for 3. 1, 2, 3. And if you do that over and over until you start to feel the tingliness disappear, start to feel the heat disappear from outside you. Imagine yourself as a lion sitting there. In for 3 and out for 3. And feel your body relax as you do that. Let those guys do their thing. Don't let them break down this line. In for 3 and out for 3. And in that moment, you'll be able, with practice, to let those guys go on with their thing. And you're stronger and you're bigger and you're more brave because you're able to control the tingliness and the heat and the rage and the anger that's coming out just through breathing in that moment. That's going to help you so much. Do you think you'd be able to do that in that moment? It's a big ask. I understand it's a big ask, but I think in the long run, doing that's going to help you so much. It's just
maybe if I picture calm lion instead of fighting lion.
Yeah. The lion is he's the head of the pack. He's the one who needs to be there. He's the one in control, the lion, you know. If you picture that, you can be the one in control. Which is hard to do. It's really hard to do, especially when your body is in this, fight response. It's hard to calm yourself down, especially in those moments. I'm just looking at the time, we've only got 3 minutes left. I know you didn't really get to tell me any of your story about, if you wanted to talk to me about that, I'm definitely here for that for you. And I know you're going to come back to me now. I'm going to see you again next week and we'll see how your week went. Do you do any type of exercise outside of school, outside of like HPE?
No, I mainly just go home and chill out there if I'm not hanging out with my friends.
Okay, great. Because I know that with to release some of the emotions that you're going through and release some of the anger, exercise is really good for the body to do that too. And I might look into, if it's okay with you, maybe see if there's a local run club that you could join, or a boxing class, or a fitness group or something. Do you think you might be interested in that?
Yeah.
Something local in your community?
Yeah. No, that sounds like it could work and might make some different friends.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, you never know who you're going to meet in those groups. I'm going to look into that for you this week. And this week, for you yourself, I want you to just really try the deep breathing when you start to feel the clamminess and you start to feel the tingling. Picture yourself as that lion who's calm, who's there, who's proud of who he is, been through a lot, and now can get through this as well, which I know is really hard. Yeah, as I said before, I'm in awe of you and your family, of what you've gone through. And you should be so proud where you've made it to. And you can, keep going on your journey and you'll do great things because you've already achieved such great things. You're amazing. You're amazing. Unfortunately, that is the end of our 20 minutes and you need to get back to class. But it's been lovely talking to you. And I'm looking forward to seeing how you go within this week. See how you go with trying to tame that line, okay?
Thanks, Miss.
No problem at all. And I'll see you next week, okay?
All right.
See ya.
See ya.